All right, let's look at the macros. Look at the indices going through the monthly time frame first because it's the last day of the month. In my opinion, because of the long lower upper shadow right there, they're going to retest that 2790, 27, still basically price to beat, right? 2790.4. If no one's willing to go there, which is pretty unlikely just looking at it based on what the market is telling me. I believe this is going to drop 1, 2, 3, and then there's a continuation. So based on a monthly, longer term, I am not bullish. I am bearish if no one's willing to go above 27.90. But if so, then yeah, all the way down to 28.76. Looking at the weekly though, so longer term, I am bearish. Medium term, I believe they have to retest this lower shadow before it can go up. So I'm bearish to follow stability. So next week, in my opinion, there's some room in order perhaps to go up, but you're in the level of supply at this point in time, and then price is going to drop. So verdict, shorter term, bearish, medium term bearish, too bullish to retest 27.90, and then longer term bearish from there. Anything that you see there, Jared?
Um, yeah, the pretty much the same thing with the potential of that right where it says of supply, a strong area of supply, that being the demand area that's pretty strong, and a higher low forming right there. So short term, if it still follows that trend, it could head up.
Okay.
Because the close for this day is very bullish. Even though they weren't willing to beat the high, they still let it close up pretty high.
Okay.
So yeah, based on that, I'd consider short-term long.
Yep.
Provided with the like 4-hour dictates, but yeah, we might have to wait until Sunday for the CFDs to open the futures.
Yep. All right. So let's definitely find that out. So based on the VIX, there's a gap from yesterday to today, but based on the monthly, I am bullish with the VIX. Definitely for sure they have to retest that. I have a nice clear higher low with uncertainty, so I'm bullish where I'm bearish with the S&P. Weekly time frame, perhaps I need to feel that gap, but also bullish with the S&P based on the weekly. Daily time frame, notice on that big gap potentially can come back even further down to 13 before it will go to the upside. So the Dow is the same. It was almost close to 1% at one point. Monthly time frame, same. See, it's struggling. It's struggling to go up. So preferably go to 25, above 25, and then July, August, I'm bearish. So month of July, there's a possibility of a bullish run all the way to the high right there, 25,401. However, if they're not willing to go 25,401, this is definitely going to fail. So short term, bullish, medium, longer term, I'm bearish with the Dow, likewise for the S&P. So looking at the dollar index, Dollar index, I'm bearish short term. Long term, see, it's actually also run out of steam, right? So also almost touched the 50th percentile. It is on the 32.8%. So heading towards the 50th. Still have a lower low, but I have a higher high, lower high. I need a higher low before I can continue to go to the upside. But longer term, definitely I'm bullish with the dollar index. Short term is bearish. Medium term is actually bullish because of this very bullish candle right here that happened 2 weeks ago. So, in my opinion, there might be a correction before a continuation. But daily time frame though is looking very bearish. Can it go below this? Absolutely. 94.17. Can it retest 93.50? Definitely too. So it's just a matter of time, but you can't ignore this bullish one right there. That was the FOMC last week. So it's still bullish, short-term bearish. Oil, so from what we established last week, was bullish, actually reached, set around 72.50, broke out 72, currently now 74, at almost 74.50. Still a lot of room, very strong. Oil, that's crude, that's Brent. Sorry, no, this is Brent. It's weaker than crude oil, in my opinion. They can go to 81 as far as I'm concerned. Gold is stabilizing itself. So higher high, higher low. I'm bullish with gold based on short-term daily time frame. Monthly chart is currently bearish at this point, breaking out through there. So longer term, I'm bearish with gold, and hence I'm also bearish with actually Australian dollar, even the CAD. This one has to stabilize before it can continue to the upside as a form of a correction. And on a daily time frame, bullish. Copper is the same. Daily time frame, I'm bullish as a form of a correction since it created a new higher high, lower low, back to square one. So hence the Australian dollar could potentially rebound a little bit before it can continue to go and basically drop. Monthly time frame of copper is bearish, however, they need to fill this gap right there. So short term bullish, medium term stability to bullish, the correction. Last but not the least, treasury yields. Consolidation before continuation. Weekly higher high, currently now a new lower low, lower high. So I'm bullish. Weekly, longer term, bullish as well. So any questions with the macros?
For the treasuries, would you consider potentially on the daily seeing a bearish breakout based on the lower high?
Yeah, but based on this lower high?
Mm-hmm. And then it gapped down 2 times.
It's currently in demand, right?
Mm-hmm. So, no. Yeah, hammer.
Yes. I'm bullish to fill in this gap, fill in that gap. they need to fill that gap somewhere, sometime in the long run.
So do you think the dollar's lagging right now then?
The dollar is definitely way lagging, yes.
Yeah.
All right, let's look at potential trades. Look at daily time frame too, monthly. Ooh. Got an M3 to go long. But higher high. But the price will come back here at 36. That's a 500 pip though. They have an M3 to go short. It's within the criteria of the downtrend. So you can go all the way to 21. So it's about 1,000 pips to the downside. So that's pretty cool. Weekly, still in the criteria, nothing. Sorry, go back to daily time frame. Daily time frame, no, nothing. It's just touching the 8 over 10. 4 hours, right there. Also has to touch back down to 31.23.5. Big push, consolidation, continuation. So nothing much with the pound. It's too expensive. Right? Dollar yen. Same thing with this. Nothing. Got exhausted. From an increase in volume, a little bit decrease in volume, but still heading up there. More momentum today compared to the previous 3 days, so which is good. Called clean breakout. 10.99, 938. Price to beat. 1132, 1139. So that's just a 50 pip point to the upside. Nothing. Four hours, nothing. 1 hour, nothing. Aussie USD. There's a potential one here, 73.71, which is still not too bad, but prefer this one will come back down. Which already did. 90. Back to the level demand. 73.222. Ooh, there's a lower low. And then let's look at the weekly for a sec. Okay, let's go with this one, 278. 222. Lower compared to that. Then the lower high will happen somewhere sometime in the long run then. There's an M2. 15% standard deviation. We enter that charge.
Yeah, it's a little a little less than 1-to-1, it looks like, for the risk to rewards. Probably not. I'd probably want to see a retracement.
Okay. Waiting for retracement. Potentially, yeah, in terms of correction for continuation. Stabilizing itself though, not smoothly.
Yeah, there looks to be confluence at the demand zone, and then where the moving averages will be on that 4 hour.
Okay, cool.
Pretty good zone there to buy.
Okay, looks like dollar CAD. Definitely putting some price to short on that one. Yep, nothing on 4 hours. Nothing for 1 hour. One hour, potential M2. 4 hours. Looking very nice. Entry to go long. Some positivity for 1 hour. That looks good for Sunday, Monday. What do you think, Jared?
Yeah, that one looks pretty good. Nice divergence, it looks like.
Hmm.
It looks like convergence, actually.
Yeah, no divergence. Let's see. 63.8, 803.
Yeah.
60, 9.3. Yep, it's like a little pierce right there. Euro. M2. Potential M3 next week. I like that too. Actually, this is a way better choice. You have a higher low. This is a high probability trade. 4 hours, it comes back down somewhere here. That'd be great. So, yeah, monthly is looking good. Stability, continuation. Euro, looks good. Weekly. Strong pound, bullish, nice, beautiful M2. That too powerful.
So if you were to take a long on that guy,
Yep.
would you be more hesitant to close if the next candle ends up being a doji?
Would I trade it?
Um, yeah, I guess if based on that M2 to go long, and then the next week it gives you a doji. Would you?
Was this the Aussie?
Mm, I believe so. On the weekly? Never mind. Maybe it was the
Pound.
yeah.
Based on 1 hour, yeah, this one is done. So let's
Yeah,
see.
you think it's out of steam?
No, I would still put in the trade, but preferably when it corrects itself a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Daily.
you can see it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so let's apply two more. The CAD yen. Monthly. I'm bullish actually. Bullish also. Bullish with that as well. Okay, so CAD yen to go along, but it's way too far against the 8 of the 10. No go. Euro pound yen. Nothing. Right, so nothing much. Just a matter of waiting. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree.
Beautiful. Well, enjoy your weekend. Well done today, Jared.
Thanks, Ray. Yeah, you enjoy your weekend as well.
Thank you. See you Monday.
All right, thanks. See you later.
Bye.